Hello! Let's make these really cool Monstera plant leaves. This is part of a series that I'm going to do of little succulent and plant minis that you can make, and then we're going to make a little hanging plant pot. But this is the Monstera. I hope I'm saying that right. That's always how I've pronounced it. Leaf string of leaves. So I'm doing little strands of 4, and I made this one with a really lighter weight yarn. This is probably like a DK, like a 2 weight yarn, because I'm going to make a small plant, but I'm going to do the demo with a regular, what do you call it, worsted weight yarn, just so it's easier for you to see. So you can make your plant however size, whatever size you want. But for this, I'm going to use a worsted weight 4 yarn, and you'll need a scissors and your hook. I'm going to use a 4mm hook, which is on the, like smaller size for worsted weight yarn, but I want to have everything nice and neat together. You don't really want this to be loosey-goosey. Okay, so let's start. This is actually a really cool beginner-friendly project to have something that looks really cool and different to do if you're tired of making pot holders or whatever. This is actually pretty simple to make. You only need basic skills. So you're going to start with a slip knot, and then you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this point, you're going to yarn over, and we're going to double crochet into the first, there it is, the first chain. I'm going to go through like this so that I have 2 strands on my hook, and then pull through and just double. It's a little fiddly at first while you're holding everything. Okay, and then chain 1. And now you're going to do 2 more of that. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1 into that same space, that first chain that's right next to the slip knot that you made when you started. So here's double, chain 1, yarn over to make another double. So you'll have 3 double crochets in this first part of your leaf. Okay, and you'll see there'll be little spaces for where you chained 1. And then, so you just did a double, chain 1 for a 3rd time. And now do 3 more chains. 1, 2, 3. So you should have 4 here, 4 chains. And now yarn over, and everything is going to be worked into that same first chain that you did right after the, what do you call that thing? The slip knot. Okay, so you just yarned over. After your chain 4, you're going to double again. It tends to twist up a little bit, just keep it in order. And then after each double, you're going to chain 1. And now you're just going to, so there's like half of our leaf, you can see it. We're just duplicating in the symmetry on the other side now, always working into that first chain, which is going to become the center of your leaf. So yarn over, again, go into there. You can kind of work in this tail if you want. I prefer to just snip it off later. You don't need it or anything, but it's not super important. It's already tied in a knot, so you don't have to worry about fastening it off. So there's a double, chain 1, and then you're going to do it again. Double, chain 1, and then 3 more chains for 4 total. 1, 2, 3, and now you are going to slip knot into that same center hole, slip, and chain. And I kind of like to tighten it up a little bit here, and then go ahead and chain 1. And now you have the shape of your leaf. Now we're just going to single crochet around the outside. So here's how we're going to do it. So you just did your slip stitch, chain 1, and now into this first big hole on top of your leaf, we're still working around like this. We're going to work counterclockwise. You're going to do 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in the next 2 leaf holes, you see you'll have one here and one here. You're going to do 2 and 2 single crochets. So 1, 2, into the next leaf hole, 1, 2. And now we're at the big pointy part at the bottom of the leaf. Like here's the top, we're working around this way. Okay, so here's the bottom. This is where the point, that is this part, is going to be. And I'm going to show you how to make the point. So go ahead and do 3 singles. So 1, 2, 3. And now for your third one here, you're going to chain 1. And now you're going to enter into the stitch right below the chain that you just did. And you're going to go through that and also this loop right here. So you're going to go through the center of that stitch and the loop just to the left of it, yarn over and pull through and slip stitch into the chain that you made. And that's kind of like a mini picot, if you've ever done a picot stitch. And now you're going to do 3 more singles. 1, 2, and 3. Now if you need to go back and just rewind that part and watch it over, don't worry, just go ahead and do it. Not a big deal. It's a little confusing if you've never done a picot before or a little pointy like that. But this whole point of single crocheting around the outside is to give the leaf its nice definition, to give it the shape that you want. Oops, I think I just accidentally went into the thing. You'll see when you're done, it really defines the shape of the leaf. So 2 in here, 2 in this leaf space. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and be sure you're working into the space, not into the stitches, okay? And then 2 into the next, I've been calling the leaf holes, into the next leaf hole. And then we're at the top, the last leaf hole, which is the top of the heart shape. And you're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And don't worry if it's like they're a little bunched up in one place. You can manually move it around when you're done. And now we're done with all of our singles. We're going to go into that same center hole, that first chain, and we're going to slip stitch. And there you have finished your first leaf. Look at how cute it is. It's so cute. So yeah, you can kind of move these around to fill in any gaps that you have, but it's nice. It has a nice definition now. And now we're going to string these together into a nice planty strand. So, and it's easy to do. You just did a slip stitch. So make sure it's nice and tight. And now just chain a minimum of 16. Now here's the thing, you don't have to do 16, you can do more. It just depends how long you want your strand to be. If you want them to be spaced further apart, make more strands. But you are going to work your next leaf into the last 5 chains. So I would say do 16 minimum to have them like this far apart, you know? And if you want them further apart, do more than 16, but it doesn't have to be a certain number. It doesn't have to be even or odd. You just have to plan that the last 5 chains that you do are going to be what's worked into. It's going to be this first part of this leaf. So I'm going to go ahead and do 16. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's a little pro tip is don't pull too tight on this chain because you don't want the string to be like super twisty. Did I do 5? What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now that we have 16, I'll show you how we start the next leaf. and then you can just keep going. So now we're going to pretend like this is the first foundation chain that we did. You're going to count 5 from the hook. So here's the hook, and here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in this chain, we are going to yarn over and double crochet just like we did at the beginning. And I like to get the 2 strands under with 1 strand underneath, if that makes sense, because you see how there are kind of, here, I'm going to show you, in the chain there are like the 2 outside and then the center piece. I like to get under the first and the center piece so that I have 2 on my hook to get started. And double crochet and chain 1. And now same thing, into that same space, you're going to yarn over, double crochet, chain 1 2 times. So there's double, chain 1, double, chain 1. Okay, and now we're going to chain 3 more. 1, 2, 3. We're making the little bottom V part, and into that same space, you're going to double, chain 1. Just keep going around, same space, double, chain 1, double. Now it can be a little weird because you've got the strand here. Just keep pushing it to the side so that you're not accidentally crocheting over it, otherwise your strand's gonna get all twisty. So just keep pushing it off to the left, double, chain 1, and we're back at the top, so we just need to make that little top loop here, but on the right side, so we can chain 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yarn over, oh sorry, and now you're going to slip stitch into that same center hole, and you've completed the shape of your leaf. And now you're going to do the single crochets. So you did your slip stitch, now go ahead and chain 1, and now we're going to go ahead and single into these. So in the first leaf hole, which is the top left loop on top, or lobe, it looks like a little lobe, you're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the next leaf hole, you're going to do 2, 2. The next leaf hole, 2, 1, 2. And here's the bottom where the pointy picot is going to be. You're going to do 3, 1, 2, 3. And on the third one, you're going to chain 1. You're going to do your little picot, so you're going to enter this stitch from the top and catch the loop to the left of it, yarn over, pull through, and slip stitch into the chain that you made. And now 3 more single into that leaf hole. 2, 3. Now we're going up the right side of the leaf, and you're going to do 2 singles and 2 singles into this space and this space. We're almost done. 1, 2. Next leaf hole, 1, 2. And in the last leaf hole, which is the top right lobe of the leaf, top of the heart shape, you're going to do 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just like you did on the first one, you're going to go right into that center, slip stitch, just kind of tighten it up, and there is your really cool leaf, and it's starting to make this nice strand of leaves. And just continue on, and you can make it as long as you want. You can make it as short as you want. I put 4 onto mine, and I'm going to do probably like 6 strands of 4 leaves. And I'm going to make a little hanging plant, which I will show you in another video. So there are your Monstera plant leaves. I hope you enjoy making these. I think they're really fun to make because they're quick and you get like a really cute result. Okay, enjoy your plant. Don't feed the plants.